What's up guys, it's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video, and this video is going to be just kind of about where the hell are they going with SimCity, right? What are they doing to it? What changes have they made that maybe returning players are kind of like, what the hell? Nothing's the same anymore. We're going to talk about some of the changes that they've made and changes that I think the game should make and would make it so much better for the rest of us. Okay, for those of you who are not subscribed to the channel, you should be. I do put videos out daily. Any likes and comments or subscriptions, those all are a huge help. They boost the algorithm and get the videos seen more frequently. So anytime you can do that, please do so. And if you would like to join us on Facebook, type in SimCity Buildit, MissyAnne You can join us on Facebook. That's where we put out basically all the guides, all the files that you guys may need, like production plans, what items to make, the contest of mayors guides, all the videos, everything goes up there. So be sure that you are a member of that. Okay, so for you returning players or just people in general, what changes have been made in the last year or two? Well, as many of you guys know, we do have regional maps now, which that's been around for a little while now. But some of the newer features is this VU Pass here. And the VU Pass is honestly better, I think, than the personal reward system that they had going on before. It at least eliminated the how do I put this? The way it was before was you earned points, an obscene amount of points, and you got war chests for your points. And at the end of the war, you would open them and you would get war cards, and that's about it. Now they have this system where you basically earn war points, and that goes for attacking the monster as well. And then you get the top part of the pass for free, and the pass is broken down into 3 levels. So if you want the bottom half, you have to pay, right? Well, I mean, I don't think it's worth it to pay, but I'm not an avid war player. Now we have this new feature with the monster where you can pay for the monster to return back to your city. However, it's extremely expensive. I do not recommend paying for this at any point in time. Maybe if you're like super screwed on the contest of mayors and it's only like 20 cash or something to bring in the monster, I could see that. But other than that, I see no benefit to paying 200-300 cash to bring him in. That's just ridiculous. So the next thing that's changed is we have this new design challenge feature. And this feature, man, I thought that this was going to be way different than what it is. I am all for bringing designing back into the game. So that's kind of what I was promoting on my channel when I first started, because I really like the game. I've been playing for 6 years, and it seemed like the game took a turn to where it was all about hunting items. You know, the game, when you would ask people like, well, what are your goals? What are you working on? What are you doing? Everybody's goal is always hunting storage, upgrading storage. Like, oh boy, you know, that's all you have to do is hunt storage and work on storage. And then you get max storage, and guess what? It's never enough. It's never enough, and it's never going to be enough. And that there's a reason for that, because that is what makes the game challenging. If they allowed us to have this unlimited amount of storage, there would be no challenge. You wouldn't have any reason to need to do much of anything, because you would be able to just hold endless amounts of stuff, and that would basically allow you to be prepared for just about any epic project or you know, assignments, deliveries, war deliveries. I mean, you know, just pretend if you just had an unlimited inventory. So you would be able to stock up on every item. There would be no challenge, and you wouldn't even need coin, really. Why would you need coin? You have an unlimited amount of items, so you wouldn't be spending coin, right? Not really. So when you start thinking about that aspect of it, you definitely want to get to a point where you have max storage, and you definitely want to make that a priority. But at the same time, you have to realize that to some extent, the game is not just about storage, right? There's other features of the game that we've lost interest in because everybody makes it all about storage. And most of the time, people don't realize how badly they screwed up until they're basically too screwed. You know, they're past level 30, they've got all this time and money into their city, and they don't want to restart. But ultimately, they really need to. People unlock regionals way too early on, and so the game just kind of fell into this category of, well, you leveled too fast, now you're stuck struggling and suffering, and basically everybody's gameplay is how to keep their head above water, how to keep themselves from being broke all the time, how to hunt storage rares, how to have all these feeder cities and funnel them over to your main city. And that's what the game has become. And I wanted to make the game more about the designing aspects, right? Not just this, I hunt items endlessly to ultimately never accomplish anything, just to end up bored the moment that those needs are met. What'll end up happening is, once you max out your storage and your dozer and all that, what are you going to do? You're not going to know what to do. You're going to be like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, that's what the game is. No, that's not what the game is. Do you know how many people ask me, how have you been playing for 6 years? Don't you get bored? No, I don't get bored. Because I've maxed out years ago. I don't make the game about pointless goals that could have been done months ago, years ago, if they would have just been done right. And then you can make the game about what you actually enjoyed about the game. What do you actually enjoy about it? Is it just the routine every day, or is it that you actually want to accomplish something? So when I wrote the Missy's Building Guide, I wanted to put some of the life back into the game, right? Make it to where people could max out their cities really, really fast, be super beneficial and, you know, efficient, and that way in 6 months time or whatever, they feel a sense of how do I explain this? Everybody that's come to me that's done the Missy's Building Guide, they feel accomplished. You know, they never had anything going for them before. And they're like, you know, since your guide, I see what I did wrong, and I would have quit playing months ago because I was just so frustrated with constantly being broke, never winning the contest, you know, just being overall miserable. And I'm like, you know, a lot of people tell me that they would have just quit playing. And I don't blame you, because it's not fun when you're constantly struggling. When your services are yelling at you, your people are moving out, your roads need upgraded, you're constantly broke, you know, you've got an epic project and you can't even hit the top because you have no clue what you're doing, you know. And I've taught people how to do epics in 15 minutes or less, win mega every single week, max out their storage in 90 days, and all you have to do is follow the Missy's Building Guide. And you can make the game about that, you know, designing again. And so I think a lot of people, if we can make it about designing, I thought that this design challenge was going to kind of bring life back into the game, you know. And it was a really good idea, but they just fell off with it. And I think the reason that they fell off with it is because there's a couple of things about the design challenge that are way off. For example, the judging. Okay? Absolutely ridiculous system they got going on. It is not fair at all. The way that their judging system works is ridiculous. People put all this time into these gorgeous displays, and it just gets erased almost instantly. No one ever really sees it. The people that vote on it, most of the time I don't even see the gorgeous ones. I just see like two houses sitting next to something. You get like 5 votes and you get some crap prize for voting. I've done displays that were absolutely gorgeous and gotten a 3-star rating, and then done stuff that was hideous and got 5 stars. There's no rhyme or reason for it. The next thing is their exchange system. Now, the way that this works is you earn blueprints every time you submit a design, or based on what your design gets. And you can exchange these blueprints for prizes in the pass. Now, that's all fine and all, but I mean, are you allowing the blueprints to roll over to the next pass? I don't know. This is all new. So I think that they could do a little bit better if they would fix the judging system for sure. The next thing here would be the way that they got the designing in general on the game. I really like the bright colors of the SimCity buildings, and so a lot of people are really into the water displays. Being able to pick up water without having to sit there and pick it up every 2 seconds would be a huge help. But why have we not got more bridges yet? I mean, let's face it, bridges are a huge part of a lot of people's displays, and we don't have very many. Another thing that we barely have is, boats or trees. Why don't we have flowers, grass, or snow? Make snowmen or something on the Frosty map, or I don't know, something. They could allow us to have more animals, that would be kind of cool. Pandas. They used to have this thing on the mountainside where this little like jaguar thing comes walking out, or whatever it was. Do some better mountain displays would be nice. Some more waterfalls, water fountains, stuff like that, like big centerpieces for your city. For example, this here, it's got the waterfalls coming down the side, something similar. They got this pink princess castle, which is awesome. Okay, something like that would be cool. Maybe give us train tracks, like roads, but train tracks, and you could buy little train cars or something that go around your city. Just all kinds of different things. First off, there's a couple of things that they need to seriously figure out, and that is when you click on your Epic projects, they should have a timer on each individual house as to when that one is going to be ready. Because this whole, collect it when you see it pop up and not have a clue when it's going to be popping up is just ridiculous. Another thing that's ridiculous is the Epic projects. When you have the request, it shows the amount of Epic points that it's worth. It should show a little picture of the items that it's asking for, I think. It would make it a lot faster and easier and not have to sit there and click on them repeatedly. Another thing that I think that they should do is make it to where you can, the whole social aspect of this game has a lot to do with why a lot of people play. An instant messaging system and a friending system, giving us a login and our own little profiles would be super beneficial. Make it to where you can ban people, from your club if you need to, or set certain badges to certain members, like, okay, you're approved to start war, but, these people aren't, because so many people accidentally start war. Surprisingly enough, it happens quite a bit. Just stuff like that. That would be really nice to see some changes similar to that. Honestly, though, better content. That would be one of the biggest things that I think that this game is lacking, is we just haven't had hardly anything good come out in a long time. EA went from asking us for, very little money to basically just flooding us with all these ads. You know, they've got their hand out for, look at this. Just ads like crazy. They have money, money, money. But where's the better content? You know, where's the better buildings? Why are we seeing the same damn buildings every year? Do you know how many times I've seen the same stuff for the Labor Day and the school starting or whatever? Like, all of these buildings have been here for like 6 years. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this gambling category is pathetic. There's nothing here. I mean, if you cross off the regionals, so which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's like nothing here. Why have they not? I mean, for it being a gambling category, you think that they would have a hell of a lot more casinos. Same with the transportation. Do you know how many badass transportation buildings you could have? I mean, why do we not have more hot air balloons? Like I said, trains. What about airplanes, blimps? Why not a big Maxis blimp with the Maxis face on it? Or, you know, the war blimp with the Dr. VU man, put him on one side and Maxis on the other or something. We've got this fighting statue thing, this thing here. So many people like this. They love it. They think it's awesome. Why don't we have more stuff like this? You know, these heart lakes and things, the swan lakes. Give us something like that. Make it a water fountain or something. They started bringing out these new archways. These things here. These are okay. They're just super expensive. Same with the walls and stuff. I mean, it would be nice and all, but to be fair, for high-level players, it's really hard to come up with platinum keys. It's not as hard for the people on the Missy's Building Guide because they're low-level players and they're winning the contest every single week. But for people who are high-level and don't win the contest, it's not easy to be able to afford, you know, things like this. So they need to make platinum keys a little bit easier to get, especially for high-level players. Maybe give us more platinum keys in the Mayor's Pass. The gold keys is no issue because you can just do the VU or whatever for that. But the platinum keys is definitely something that needs to be kind of fixed a little bit. The Delta here, this is a really popular piece for the end of the water. I think that they need to give us some better options for this. Some shorter buildings, shorter epic buildings would be nice. And honestly, give us some better epic designs. We've been looking at the same ones for 6 years. Even if they had to add, you know, a couple of different ones in each category, do you know how many people would be doing epics like crazy? I mean, if EA really wanted to get their hand out on some money, I'm telling you, man, they could make a lot more money than they're making if they would just put out a little bit of give a damn, you know? Put out some better content and just start treating their customers just a little better. And a lot of people will pay. You know, it's proof that people will pay. They used to have these really cool castles and stuff. You know, it'd be nice to see more of that. Definitely. Some of the entertainment categories, you know, it'd be cool to have some more rides or whatever. They had that, I think a zoo type thing would be really cool. If we could have like monkeys and pandas and polar bears and things like that would be kind of cool. I really, really like the landscaping in the landscaping aspects of the game. So it'd be cool to get some more stuff like trees and things to make it look more of a natural setting. Like, for example, see this safari thing, how the birds just kind of fly up and around, and you've got like these buildings here that require water and a road. Those are really cool. Some of those floating apartments, those are really neat. They've got this one here that's got like water that spins through it. Some more of these boats would be awesome. Maybe a speedboat or something. yeah, I don't know. Victorian homes would be kind of cool. I really liked this type of school. They should do some, like, they should do a big ass, like, Harvard University or something. Some big college, some Ivy League college or something. The parades is a really good idea that they had. I really do like the parades because they kind of add a little bit of, color to your streets, like this one here, how they kind of run around or whatever. So I do like that feature. It would be kind of cool if they did like a fireworks thing, with maybe like a Sims rocket launch, and they go out and they launch the rockets. What else? Let's see. Honestly, more sci-fi type stuff, because they did bring out that UFO thing or whatever, and that space shuttle. Be kind of cool if they did some more stuff like that. What else? Bridges would be, like I said that already, but some more bridges would be really nice. I really liked this pass. That was a good one with the alligators or the whatever crocodiles and the swan lakes and stuff. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, but yeah, I mean, honestly, just better content. Do you know how excited people get when they see new buildings, new stuff to add to their city? Because ultimately, that's what it's all about, right? It's about making a cool city. So every time we get a side pass, it's like, oh boy, it's another stupid thing that I already have 10 of, Just try to put out some better content. Everybody gets super excited for the pass, and then they see it and they're super disappointed. And the next pass is actually really cool. I'm actually excited for that one. I'm going to be redesigning my capital, but it would be really nice to see some new stuff, for them to continue on making better changes for everybody. All right, anybody here who has an input on what you think that they should do and change, or what you would like to see, put it in the comments section below, and join us on Facebook. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, type in SimCity Buildit MissyAnne YT and check us out on Facebook.